Hey, good morning. Yes, sir, the Word works. Jesus is still Lord, the devil's defeated, and thank God, the Word works. I've been talking to you about the power of the blood, the redemptive act of what Jesus did. Now, Jesus shed his blood in several places with you on his mind. Now, I have to go here. I never committed any righteousness, but Jesus never committed any unrighteousness. He never sinned. He was the righteousness of God, but he became sin so that I could be the righteousness of God. Jesus was never sick, but he became sick that with his stripes you and I could be healed. Jesus was not poor, but he became poor that we, through his poverty, might be made rich. He went to hell so that you and I don't have to. So watch this about the blood of the Lamb. When he was on the cross, I believe it's Luke chapter 14, they said they plucked his beard from his face. They slapped him, up beside his face, and they made fun of him, and they said, "Hail, King of the Jews." They ridiculed him. They mocked him, and he shed blood out of his face, his mouth, his nose, because of people making fun of him. Now, he did that so that you could be redeemed from people making fun of you. Now, I'm going to go somewhere today. Some people say, well, I was abused as a teenager. I was abused by my uncle or aunt or something like that. Jesus shed his blood so you could be set free from that. Somebody says, well, my husband or my wife, they made fun of me or they ridiculed me or my ex this or my ex that. Jesus shed that blood so that you could have the peace of God to flood your spirit, man, and not be under the pressure and condemnation of what somebody else has done to you. Now, I've had some people do some terrible things to me. I mean, if you're anybody, people do bad things to you, but a pastor gets really shafted and really treated bad. But Jesus shed his blood for Frank so that I don't have to be under the pressure of what any of my family, my church people, or anybody else did. Jesus became my substitute and shed that blood so that with that blood I could be redeemed from going there. He came to heal the brokenhearted. And people are, oh, well, I had such a bad life. Yes, but Jesus shed his blood so that you don't have to remember that. Well, how do I deal with that? Psalm 112 says, while we're not moved by what we feel, it says, when an evil tiding comes, we line it up with the Word of God and we say, no, that don't fit. So when a thought comes to your mind of, well, my ex-husband said, or my wife did, or my mother did, or my father did, or whatever, you say, no. That's under the blood. That's a word that we don't like to use in modern day churches. No. Those thoughts are of the devil and they are under the blood, and I plead the blood over my mind so that I don't remember what he said or what she did. I don't have to do that. What you have to do is renew your mind that Jesus shed his blood. When they plucked his beard, they hit him upside the face, they ridiculed him, they mocked him. So when somebody ridiculed you or mocked you, realize, place that under the blood. Jesus' blood was shed so that you could be redeemed from that yuck, that heartache, and that hard time. Hey, listen, Jesus paid an awesome price for your freedom. Walk in it. And until I'm with you tomorrow, saints, remember, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.